It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And front and center is Sam Laporta. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Steamers and the Chargers under the lights on Sunday night.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Hand off to Spears. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Dickinson. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dickinson. And his throw is incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the chains, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. The tight end in motion right. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Steamers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Chargers holding on to the football as we jump into the action in quarter number 1. The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Herbert's throw hauled in by Washington. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. But you look at this defense, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now
and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steamers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. And I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
The Canton offense takes over once again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now Spears to begin the drive.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Let's take it inside his own 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Dickinson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
To throw on 3rd down. Dickinson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Right there. 25 yards that time. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Gibbs again, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Gibbs.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Dickinson. That's caught. Touchdown.
Sam Laporta
with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Steamers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now the try here for the point after. And it is now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is incomplete. fair to say hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That is caught, and he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
And here's a give to Spears. Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Herbert now to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Touchdown, Chargers! From 13 yards out.
And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Shrugs him off.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Isaiah Foskey in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Herbert. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A final shot before break. Dickinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Bryce Young, another strong performance as his guys claim victory.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And some room to run now. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now they'll change things up.
Off the play fake. Dickinson rolling to his right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try again. Try to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. An audible here to get a new look.
On 4th down, Dickinson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's free to midfield. How about this?
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even Sep.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
And now a run with Spears.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now it's Herbert. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's go.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
John Mechie.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Set.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio.
Here's 2nd and 7.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He stiff arms him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fist fights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fist fights.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. It's Hughes. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because you had the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Coup now for the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this route past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Another run for Gibbs here. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's going on.
On 1st down, it's Lucas. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 23-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
And they'll run again.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steamers answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Herbert on first down now.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Herbert. This will be complete to Mechie.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Herbert to throw.
Complete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Steamers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers
Down by 10. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Well, they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
throwing. Herbert.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Herbert going to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Herbert.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Dickinson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Steamers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
L.A. readies for its next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That one's taken in by Spears.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Herbert.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, You just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Herbert off of play action. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Herbert. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fielded just inside the 20.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Canton,